you take Kawhi post Toronto, that's Zion's career.
Big Ox, you know who I missed on in the draft pretty heavily was Sadiq Bay. I thought Sadiq was going to be like a really good player. Out of Villanova, correct?
You don't like Sadiq?
No, he's cool, but I thought he was, I didn't think he'd be bouncing around the league a little bit. I thought he'd be like Detroit drafts him, he's a starting wing, for a while. But then he obviously got traded, went to the Hawks, and now he's with the Pelicans. But he played. I think
that ACL really slowed his career down.
Mm-hmm.
He had 50 that one time, right?
But that's he did have 50. He did.
He had that.
But that's another player though, Ron and Ox, where they don't have no contract. You give them a nice little, just give them, little minimum. Have him come play on your roster. I think that's a player that can play some good minutes off your bench.
Well, when Ron said Sadiq, I was thinking like, when is somebody gonna go rescue that guy?
Never.
Somebody has to rescue him from the depths of the New Orleans Pelicans.
Respect.
And are y'all still good with the Derek Queen trade? Given that
I will not.
They're 3-20, and like they could have got Derek Queen at 7, and then just drafted Darren Peterson next year.
Yes, I'm still good
tough,
with the Derek
bro.
Queen trade.
That's like,
it's not tough. It's not tough because you got to understand this is the business of basketball. For anything, politics matter. I understand everyone hears me say this and thinks I'm just talking on my ass and being hopeful. The league is not going to allow the Pelicans to get any kind of valuable pick in this draft. They're not going to let them get top 3 pick. That's what people are fearful of. That pick being top 3. Once that pick falls out of the top 3, we can end the conversation about DQ being traded for that pick. I'm telling you, there's no way, and I mean no way, the league is going to allow them ping pong balls to drop for them to be top 3. That's a shitty franchise.
If it's number one, will you say it's a bad trade?
If it's number 1, I will say I know nothing about basketball. If it's number two, if it's number 2, I will say, damn, I really don't know ball. When it's number 3, I will say, damn, I should really start doing analytical work and doing my best to really try with these takes instead of just being funny.
Being comic
relief. Yeah.
Did they have the worst record in the league right now?
They should. I will hope so.
Right? So then they get. So if you had the worst record, you get 14% chance. I think. Is that what it is? Now that's obviously for me way too low. That kind of ruins the system overall. But I will say this though, Domo brother, it don't matter because you know what the good thing is. That pick, Joe Dumars doing that, it's gonna help my city get Giannis. So I'm cool with it for my own personal fortune. But for what it does
enough
for the
with
Pelicans,
the Giannis coming to Denver shit. And
I'm
enough
talking
already.
about the city I live in.
He's talking about
Atlanta. He's coming to Atlanta. He will be here with Jalen Johnson. So I'm saying that Pelicans pick is going to help get Giannis here, and Nigerians link up. So I'm saying that in this instance though, bro, I still think it's not.
I'm seeing people talking about projections.
Why?
I'm seeing people talk about people's records and why people are bringing up records like we didn't just come off of last season's draft lottery. I don't know how many times y'all need to see this, man. This stuff is rigged. And the way that we've seen how they've managed Zion of all things, the last time they were blessed with a number 1 pick, y'all think the league is going to give them another one? Stop.
They're not getting that pick though, brother.
What about how Zion managed Zion?
That's fine. That's fine. This is your asset. You should put your asset in the best situations 24/7, which I don't believe they did. I'm not taking any pressure off of Zion. Zion definitely has ruined, in my opinion, ruined his career. He's approaching bust territories in terms of his expectations. I'm fine with that. But let's not act like the Pelicans aren't a part of that too. Stop it.
Wait, aren't the Hawks a better situation for a number 1 overall go-to than Utah and Washington?
Unless the number 1 doesn't want to go there, like Alex Sarr.
Well, I'm going to Atlanta. Respectfully, Alex Sarr.
Well, depending on your religious beliefs, I don't think you would go to Atlanta.
What do you mean religious beliefs?
No, man, don't worry about that.
I don't know what that means. I have no idea what that means.
I'd rather go
connection to that joke at all.
I do just want to say this though. You don't if there's something that's presenting itself to you right now, you take that and you don't wait on something based on what projections might be. We know how the lottery works. The ball literally has to bounce in the right way for them to get a top 2, top 3, top 1, top 5 pick, whatever. They seen Derek Queen, they like Derek Queen. And from what we have seen, Derek Queen, if it was a redraft, Derek Queen goes top 5.
No, but the pick was really for
Jeremiah Fears probably goes top 5. So they got 2 top 5 picks in this draft.
Brother, he does
Jeremiah Fears has been like that.
Jeremiah Fears
been
top 5. Top 5 is.
I'm not saying Jeremiah Fears, but
maybe, but Jeremiah Fears has been the best guard in his draft class. I know Dylan Harper hasn't played
VJ
that much
just
and all
fall
of
off
that.
face of the earth or something.
Jeremiah Fears is, as of now, he's caught up to him.
He's better than Khan.
Guard. I don't. Khan is a wing.
Is Khan not? I thought Khan was a 2 guard. My fault.
I classify him more as a 2-3.
If he's a wing, if he's a wing, he's a wing. My fault. I thought he was a 2. Maybe I didn't know.
But he might be. But I'm talking about just point guards. Like
I'd rather have VJ any day of the week than Jeremiah Fears.
But potentially. But I'm saying like Jeremiah has played that good.
But you know, them small guards though, like unless he could be like, remember, this is the same thing that the Wolves thought with Rob Dillingham. Like, I think you ideally want one of these small guards to be like a hyper active scorer and like a really good distributor playmaker type thing.
He is.
I know, but I don't know if he's gonna end up being long term.
No, I'm telling you though, they have their point. No, but Swiper, I'm telling you,
I don't know.
They have their point guard of the future.
No, I hear you, bro. You gotta let me finish the statement. I don't know if that archetype is gonna be better than like what VJ is projecting. You know what I mean? Or what like Khan is projecting, or some of these other players. That makes sense. That's more so my
that makes sense. I'm more so talking about for them. Connor VJ wasn't available for them at 7. For them to get Jeremiah Fears and then come and get Derek, I believe that they line themselves up for, you know, both of those two are going to start with them for a long time.
Also, you can say they just gambled. They made a bad bet. They made a bad bet. They made a bad gamble. That's also a thing. They seen the opportunity to get Fears, DQ. Zion drops the weight, so they're anticipating him to be healthier than he usually is. Mm-hmm. You've seen the progression you had from Trey Murphy that coming off of the season he had. You still have Herb Jones. You still have your guy like Jose Alvarado, who's a glue guy, engine to the team. They figured they would not be in a situation to where that pick is going to be a top 3 pick. That at the moment. So you can say they gambled wrong and karma's a bitch. It is what it is. But in the moment, I don't, especially as a guy who was as high on Derek Quinn as I was cool on Jeremiah Fears. I had to see some things from him. I wasn't really high on him personally, but DQ, I had him. I can pull up the Carfax. I was saying months and months and months before the draft, he is a top 3 player in this draft. I am super high on DQ. So for them to get him,
than you are the 3 next year.
So if that's true, Damo, then take him at 7.
Yes, I'm higher.
Yeah, I agree.
That's
with that.
Fine. Hey, that's fine. I don't work for the Pelicans. I'm not in that front office. I took him immediately. Yeah. You talking about them? Like I said, they made a bad gamble. They made a bad bet.
That's how you feel about him. Take him at 7.
I like him more than personally. I like him more than AJ. Boozer, he's up there with him. Him and Boozer are like right there, in my opinion. And then what?
Darren.
Y'all gonna hate me. I like Darren. I don't love Darren. Like I like him. He cool. I'd rather take DQ.
What about
cool.
Caleb?
Oh wow, okay.
Caleb he's growing on me. I knew he could play, but he's a dog.
Hey Dabo.
I knew he was good. I didn't know he was a culture changer. I will say Caleb has what he's done for Carolina basketball. He dead ass is a culture changer. So he shot up on my list. Caleb is up there, but again, compared to DQ, it's like I could have either or. I was just higher on DQ first. So with Caleb, he definitely rose. I still would rather have DQ.
I'm really not mad at what the Pelicans did. And also, you guys also got to understand what's the value that they're going to get if they flip Zion. They get more draft assets. If they flip Trey,
what do you think
they
you
get more draft
Zion right now?
Ox, I just want to make sure that I'm not bugging out. The New Orleans Pelicans, since the 2017-2018 season, that's 8 years we're going into. These are how many times they've been to the playoffs. I am in no position to be handing over any draft picks. 0.
I agree.
None. If you want, if I'm going to build my unit, I got to build my unit through the draft. I have to.
They did though. They didn't trade. They didn't trade a draft pick.
No, Ron.
They swapped the draft pick.
Add to your point, Chill. It's not just this draft. Remember, the Atlanta Hawks traded 3 unprotected and Danilo Gallinari for DeJounte Murray. They then got DeJounte, traded him for unprotected picks to the Pelicans because they thought they were going to compete. And then the Pelicans traded an unprotected pick again to the Hawks to get Derek Queen instead of just taking him in a 7. I'm saying the Hawks had botched their draft assets, and the Pelicans literally fixed it for them. One franchise restocked their draft capital.
All of them.
Like, to me, Domino, that's what I'm saying. That the whole picture in the last 4 years, man, like they've just been like.
What I'm thinking with New Orleans, because I know how you feel about DQ. You take DQ at 7. You got the number 12 pick. The furthest I'm going is a pick swap. I'm not giving you any of my ones. None of them. I don't care how much I like Jeremiah Fears, even if he's there. That's the furthest I'm going because we have not shown that we could be in a position where we could consistently get to the playoffs. And if we're not consistently getting to the playoffs, you know what that means? That means that we're going to be in the lottery, which means that we could possibly get a top 3, a top 5 pick. And if we get those picks, we are in no position to be giving any of those up. Not one of them.
In their minds, they would have been, if not a playoff team, they'd have been the end of the lottery or outside of the lottery. In their heads. That's what, again, they just made a bad gamble. They made a bad bet. It is what it is. They betted on their team. I wouldn't have betted on that loser Zion Williams, but that's just me. They betted on their guy. They had a guy. They had a franchise player. This is probably their last real opportunity for him to prove himself. I think he's absolutely gone after this season with how things are going, unless he just comes back and plays historical. But I think they're done. Like, you shedded all the weight. You're this skinny Zion, and you're still injured. You're still hurt. You're still not turning the tides how you're supposed to. Not just you, the rest of the team as well, but they made a bad bet.
He don't even look.
And we're looking in hindsight. We're looking at this in hindsight now with them being a team that's 3-20. If you are a person that said going into the season they were going to be 3-20 or a bottom feeder, I understand you having this sentiment of they're idiots. But there were a lot of people that were hopeful for the Pelicans. Not saying anybody up here. I don't know what everybody's takes on the Pelicans preseason was up here, but just in my algorithm, disregard of people know about Derek Queen or their rookies. People were hopeful when they seen a slim Zion and banked on Trey Murphy being what Austin Reeves is. Like, I was seeing that. So it wasn't ridiculous to think that they weren't going to be in a position to where they would be really a top 3, top 5 pick. This is a lot of hindsight. Like,
so
I'm getting a lot of hindsight takes.
What I'm asking you, Ron, is what do you think you can actually get for Zion at this point, making $50 million, injury concerns with the CBA in mind?
I think for the right team, I think you can get a first-round pick. You can get a first, and I think you can get a solid player, maybe 2.
For Zion?
Yeah. For the right team, yeah. In the right situation, yeah.
Depending on who that team is.
Maybe. I mean, maybe because
Zion still got some value, bro.
Right. I was having a conversation about Zion, and I could see that for certain teams because Zion playing 50 games is more valuable than some players playing 70 games. You know what I mean? So I could see that for the right franchise, but it'd have to be a franchise like the Kings or the Nets. You know what I'm saying? Like no real solid franchise that's been stable for the past decade or two is gonna take that type of risk, bro. You can't. I just don't think you can do it.
And swipe your contract.
I just don't believe that's something you can do.
Zion
is a bust. Chill. Zion is a bust. He's already a bust. He's not. I think Damo said he's approaching that. He's not approaching that. Zion is already a bust. Now he's a bust that can still play some basketball, but he hasn't done anything.
He showed up in 2019. Ever. Is that correct, Ox?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I believe so.
He showed up in 2019. What number 1 overall pick are we talking about next year with what Zion has done? What overall number 1 pick are we talking about like that? None. We're not doing this with nobody else. But every year with Zion, it's next year. On top of that, Swiper, to your point, including this year, he's got 3 more years. He's got 3 years left on this deal at $125 million. Ron, that contract is radioactive.
Chill. It's like if you take Kawhi post Toronto, that's Zion's career. You know
at least Kawhi gave me some. At least Kawhi gave me some all-pro seasons, though.
Yeah.
Well, I'm trying to be nice. I think if you take Kawhi's career post Toronto and take off 20 games in 21 and that good little playoff run he had in 23 or good 2 games he had in 23, that's Zion's career.
But Kawhi at least had he was a Kawhi at 21 and 20. What was that? 21, 24 Ox. Kawhi was like a first-team All-NBA player, though. Like,
well, that's what I'm saying. If you take those good years and take a couple, like 20 games out of those, 20 games off, and this is what I'm saying. This Zion had such a terrible career to this point that y'all are defending Kawhi post Toronto, and y'all never did that.
Mars, do you remember how many games he played before he got that contract extension?
This is bad, bro. Ron, you can't get a first-round pick for Zion.
Yeah, was it more than 82 games when he got that extension, or less than 82 games career played?
I think it was like 90. I think it was like 91.
Because it wasn't 100 that he got that extension.
No, it wasn't 100. No.
And by the way, go ahead.
He signed an extension after the 2022 season. To that point, he had played 24 plus 61. What's that, 85?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. Like, look, that's what I'm saying,
and then
bro.
Followed it up with 29 games.
Since then?
No. Like right after that season after he signs the contract.
Since then, he's played 139 games.
I was about to say, like, damn, where was time? But time.
Zion has played cumulatively less than 3 seasons worth of games. He's in year 7.
That's more than half.
This is terrible, Ron. You can't get a first-round pick for Zion.
And
Any franchise that gives a first-round pick for Zion.
Plus the 39.
You can get a first-round pick for Zion.
He be on Twitter and DMs too with that money.
It just wouldn't be a good first-round pick.
Yeah, it'll be a team that's going to be like a guaranteed playoff team. Yeah.
Pick.
Okay.
Hey,
so it's overrated when it comes to trades, but
and given where the money is, so Zion right now it's at 39, 42, 44. Now Porter, to be fair, is 38, 40 next year. Which player would you rather have going forward, Michael Porter Jr. or Zion?
Zion, 100%.
Well, I think that's where. But I think that's where. Go ahead.
Have y'all not heard how he's been talking on these podcasts? He is a brand. I'm good. Michael Porter Jr. Listen, I get it. On court, he's going to produce.
Heard what Zion's been getting accused of?
No. I heard the accusations. I heard about the soda cans in the bathroom. I get that. It's still accusations and hearsay. With Michael Porter Jr., it's him on camera saying this. You know what I think about women's basketball? Get these bitches back in the kitchen. Like, he's actively saying this. Like, what?
MPJ just a funny nigga with a mic. He just be talking shit.
And then he bring his brothers there way with him.
He is not a funny nigga with a mic.
So now he wrong for being funny.
Bro, MPJ went on
Matt talking shit. Ain't nothing wrong with talking a little shit.
MPJ, the best player on a professional basketball team in the NBA, went on Plaque Boy Max's stream and looked him dead in the face. You really believe there's more than 2 genders? Stop it. I'm not going. I don't want that on my team. I don't want that on my team.
MPJ is just on the mic saying the things that all these motherfuckers want to get on the mic and say. Zion is actively
not me.
out here. Not me either. I would never even think the things he's saying. First of all, I just want to say that I don't agree. But what I will say is Zion is actively doing things that are detrimental to himself and his brand and his team. MPJ ain't doing nothing but talking a little shit.
Okay, but I'm asking, as a basketball player,
balling while he's doing it.
Which one would you rather have?
Absolutely hooping.
Podcast aside, only
how long is MPJ
obviously
So when MPJ was with Denver, the projections were that he will be able to sustain a normal career, but because he has the degenerative back, because of the things that have happened, 3 surgeries, disc, all that, he probably won't be able to extend past like 31 to 3. That's probably where you're going to run into a lot of the issues with him long term. Yeah, he's young. He's still very young. So you still got like a lot of years left with him.
Yeah. MPJ, I don't care. Damn that degenerative disc, all of that. MPJ. Because Zion has already proven today he can't do it. I'd rather have Ja than Zion.
We talking bad back and bad takes? Yeah, man. Give me everybody. Good Michael Porter Jr. I'm good.
But Zion's a knucklehead too. He just be,
That's fine, but at least he's a
knucklehead in silence.
He's a knucklehead.
He's a gooner.
You're hearing second, third-hand accounts of him being a knucklehead. MPJ went on a pod and said,
we got confirmed receipts. He's a gooner, bro.
My team don't want me talking crazy on podcasts, Lonzo. By the way, you seen Angel Reese walk down that runway? Hella ass, right? What are we doing? MPJ?
Did you see it, Damo?
Yo, stop.
Zion freaky
ass
would have jumped up on the catwalk.
Man, that's the problem. He can't just make
MPJ is a wild card, man. I'm good.
If Zion would have been there, he'd have jumped up on that damn catwalk. He can't control himself. The urge would have been too strong.
Zion would have been there, he'd have just hit the DMs, bro. Like he'd have just hit the DMs and been a freaking silence.
You think he didn't?
He probably did. Hey, I'm not again.
But
my
Dom was
concern,
saying he doesn't know for sure.
it's not coming from him. It's not. Again, this is the. I don't care what nobody say. I'm a fan. Call me capable for. This is the business of basketball. If you're asking me who do I want on my team, the person that's going to provide the least amount of problems in the public eye. Like, again, Zion might cause the most amount of problems legally in the long run, but in the public eye, the amount of times I got to go and talk about this man going on a podcast and saying whatever wild, ridiculous things he want to say, him look me in my face, yeah, coach, I'll chill out.
But he didn't
and
do
then
it.
that night he'll go out and say it again.
Porter,
But have the
Damo,
Nets actually had a problem with anything he's done?
Well,
Yes.
we don't know.
Yes,
We don't know.
No, we do know. We do know. Yes.
Okay, well, I'm sure
He
they
said it.
talked to him. But to be fair, he didn't do any of that in Denver. He started Curious Mike. It was about talking to people about their experience. And I remember this when he started it. Because I remember his
That's
sister
what he
was
did,
on
and he
it.
brought up Lana Rhodes.
Yeah, but yeah, he was talking to
And
her
that's what
about the
got him
industry.
traded.
That was
That's what
it.
got him
That
going.
was fine though. That was fine. Like he was cool. But then what happened is, as soon as he got traded and he got free from the shackles of Serbia and Canada, he just literally the moment he got traded started just yapping. And we're not even a full year into this. So to Damo's point, they just need to reel him in a little bit with some stuff. But yeah, I mean, just I would rather.
I don't think it's that deep, man. He just having some.
Hey, it's not that deep until he says something way too deep. I'm telling you, it's a slippery slope. And the way he
It's
going,
not that deep,
man.
Stop taking words so seriously, man. MPJ,
gang, he
keep
sat
it
there.
going.
He looked in the camera. Oh, you think it's only you? You think it's more than two? Let me tell you, God don't believe that.
Damo, it's 2025. Damo, it's 2026.
No
Damo, we live. Look. Close your ears, Swiper. We live in Trump's America. Cancel culture is dead. He could tell the truth on the mic if it's his truth. It's okay.
Cancel culture is indeed not dead because people get fired.
Cancel culture is not dead. I don't care
my
who's in the
brother,
White House.
my dog just got fired out of NBA media for talking. So I know this is not true.
It's the player choice way. Yeah, them boys don't get it started. The player choice way. You're the player choice way. Come and switch lanes into the player choice way.